They finished with a 12-4 Southeastern Conference record. Good afternoon, everybody. Vern Lundquist along with the coach getting ready for an exciting day. The Tennessee Volunteers come in a guard-oriented team, the leader of which has been for much of this year a sophomore from Memphis.
My name is Tony Harris. I'm number 14. My game is to get everybody else involved and win basketball games.
This guy has the heart as big as this building. He's really maturing. He can drill the 3-ball and can also slash. What happens now, he can truly learn how to run this ball club.
Tennessee comes in with that 20-8 mark. As we said, a disappointing SEC tournament in which they lost to Mississippi State. Delaware 25-5. This is a very good ball club, Al, on the 13-game win streak. Mike Pegues is their leader.
Mike plays taller than 6'5". He likes to play with his back to the basket. Now watch that during this ball game. He has a million moves down low. He has dancing feet. He's absolutely the offensive leader.
Third member of our commentary team, we go to him now. Here's Armand Cataya.
Thanks, Vern. You know, you talk about Tennessee, and the phrase that comes to mind is Jekyll and Hyde. This is going to be a very good team, but Tony Harris, their guard, told us yesterday, inexplicably, they just don't play well at times. They just don't show up. Witness their loss to Mississippi State in the SEC tournament. They're going to face a Delaware team that's very mature, very experienced, and most of all, very passionate. John Gordon, their star guard, told me before the game, growing up in Delaware, his big dream was to win a tournament game for his home school. He said before the game, this is my chance. Well, he's right. It is. Back to you.
All right, Mike Bray in his fourth season as the head coach at Delaware, 8 years, an assistant to Mike Krzyzewski at Duke University. And his lineup, the Fighting Blue Hens will put on the floor Mike Pegues, a junior, John Bennett, senior. Tyrone Perry is the point guard. From Lithuania, Kęstutis Marciulionis, and John Gordon, the man about whom Armand was just speaking. Jerry Green is in his second year as the head coach of the Volunteers. Prior to that, the head coach at the University of Oregon. And his starting lineup today, Vincent Yarbrough, youngest participant in Division I basketball. He'll turn 18 in 10 days. C.J. Black, Torrey Harris gets his 5th start in succession. And in the backcourt, Brandon Horton, the senior, and Tony Harris, the sophomore, who is really coming off a tough game against Mississippi State. Blue Hens, 25-5. Tennessee 20-8. Dave Libby, Jerry Petro, and Paul Jansen, the officiating crew.
Whoever breaks out first here, Vern, is in the perfect position. Delaware has nothing to lose, but they have a mature, solid ball club.
Tennessee losers to Mississippi State by 6 in the SEC tournament. Delaware defeated Drexel third time this year to win the championship of the America East.
What happens here with Tennessee, they got knocked out of the SEC tournament early, so they're fully rested.
Tip controlled by Tennessee, Vincent Yarbrough into the hands of Tony Harris, number 14. He's picked up by John Gordon. Back out front, Tony Harris. There's the screen. And the first turnover of the game.
The guards are extremely quick on the Hens, and they should be able to turn the ball over, I would think, even in the first half, at least 10 times.
Now John Gordon, the junior from Wilmington, Delaware. Picked up by Horton. Quick hands of Horton. Gordon gets it back.
Should try to kick it into Pegues. There it is down low. He should go uptown. He's going up. There you go. Dancing feet.
Misses the first. Here comes Tennessee quickly across the midcourt line. Horton. They try the entry pass. Second Tennessee turnover. Marciulionis. There's the second Delaware turnover.
When you're going to throw a long pass on a fast break, always throw the ball to the basket. Let the ball player get underneath it.
Now Harris. C.J. Black. Short with a short shot.
He kind of pulled up on that one, Vern.
Pegues again. harassed, lets it go, three-point effort. Gordon. He has hit 64% of his three-point shots since February.
I'll tell you one thing. Any coach in the country wants the first basket to be a three-point basket. But when you're Green on the other end, you say, oh boy, don't get in there.
Terrific entry pass for the second time. C.J. Black off the front rim.
If you'll notice, Vern, Black is not turning his head completely around. That's why the shots are coming up short. Any type of little baby hooks, you got to get your head around.
Foul on Yarbrough, his first. Now Tyrone Perry, the point guard, 3-year captain of this team. And Pegues. Traveling.
That's how Pegues gets to the foul line. He's an up and under. Once he can get you up off your feet, he tries to come under. So you take you out. Here's the head and shoulder fake, up and then under, but he took a little walk.
Tony Harris. John Gordon. Count begins. Horton for three. Does not get the roll. It goes into the hands of Pegues. And here comes Delaware Marshallonis. Flies in. Loses control. Third turnover for Delaware.
I've always believed that in college basketball, you have the opportunity to go with three guards. And this is the Hens. They go with these three guards. They're small, they're quick, and they can turn you over.
Marshallonis, Gordon, and Perry are the three. Now Tony Harris for Tennessee. The switch with Bennett. Harris from way outside, in and out. Tennessee yet to find the basket. And Pegues and Black.
That was a good call, even though the fans don't like it. The last place that Pegues touched was inbound. So when they put the ball off his body, it ends up Tennessee's ball.
Black will inbound. Horton. Still nada. Tipped out of bounds. Touch last by Tennessee.
What Tennessee needs is Wharton to make one. He's kind of the energizer if he can make one of those threes. He's 0 for 2 so far.
Volunteers have missed their first 5.
Well, they've had a roller coaster year, but beating Kentucky twice during the regular season, that guarantees a new 5-year contract for Green.
That's the key, right?
That's the key.
Once every 4 years?
Army-Navy game.
Here's Tyrone Perry. Pegues again. Takes the jumper. Nope. Rebound, C.J. Black. Now Tony Harris.
I don't like Pegues' outside shot. He doesn't extend the shooting arm.
Black with an elbow.
Yep. Too much for an elbow that time. Offensive foul. Beautiful overreacting. I don't know if it was by Bennett or who. I'm not sure.
It was Bennett.
It was Bennett. Here it goes.
Flop.
Now let's see. Here come the elbow comes right. Chair, and there's the overreaction. Oh, he's down and out. Looks over at the ref. The ref said yes, a 9 count.
Phantom count?
Phantom 9 count.
Isaiah Victor is in number 44 now for Tennessee. That ball out of bounds. That's the 4th Delaware turnover in the early going.
Isaiah coming in a little bit early. Usually comes in about the 6-minute mark. He's offensive oriented.
More turnovers than points thus far. 7-3, the aggregate. Here's Harris and Horton. Brandon Horton takes the jumper. 0 for 6. Pegues, nice job getting it into the hands of Tyrone Perry.
I can just picture Pegues as a young man. He must have played in the Blacktops. I think he's from Maryland. Blacktops means playground, and where he took guys down in the bucket that were taller than him and just played with his body on them.
He is from Forestville, Maryland, Mike Pegues. Here's his jumper off the glass. In and out. And here comes Yarbrough for Tennessee. Tennessee still trying to find its first basket of the afternoon. Gordon.
They need this one. That'll be a 2-shot foul. Marshallonis caught him.
Kęstutis Marshallonis from Kaunas, Lithuania, has started 9 of the last 10 games. Picks up the foul, and Yarbrough goes to the free throw line. Vincent Yarbrough turns 18 on March 21st. Out of Cleveland, Tennessee.
Youngest player in of the 300 some odd schools, Division I.
First point of the day for Tennessee.
I wonder if he shaves.
We've played 4 minutes and 24 seconds at Charlotte Coliseum, and we've seen 5 points in total. We invite your attention to the lower half of the bracket. Second game here. A little concerned right now. 0 for 7. And let's check in with Armin Kateya.
You know, Vern, Coach Green told us yesterday, he said the first 5 minutes of this game was very important to his offense. He said we had to score some points early on. He said if we don't, a lot of teams can play with us. Well, we're seeing that right now. Back to you.
Yep, slow start.
You know what happened, Armin? Really, the Fighting Blue Hens should be up about 11-12 to 2. They were very fortunate, Kentucky, that Delaware has been cold.
Marshallonis misses that shot. And Harris puts it into the hands of Torrey Harris, who's back on the floor now. Isaiah Victor. Loose ball. Picked up by Pegues. 3-2 score. 5 minutes in.
I'm surprised so far that Tennessee hasn't scored more, but the fortunate team is Delaware, because if Tennessee would have been scoring, Delaware would be down about 10 points.
Now Marshallonis, they begin the count. Pick and roll with Pegues. They come to Gordon. He's got the only Delaware basket of the game. There's a pick and roll with Bennett. And it's taken away by Brandon Wharton of Tennessee. Now Harris.
They got to get Harris in the game. They got to get him on the scoreboard.
Tony Harris averaging 13 points per game, but he had a miserable effort against Mississippi State. He was 2 of 16 in that game in the loss in the SEC semis. Basket counts, Isaiah Victor, the sophomore from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and he goes to the line.
One of the problems with Isaiah Victor, he puts the ball down on the floor, down there in the tight paint area. You shouldn't do that. Nice control at the end, good finish. Big guys can't put the ball down low. Just before the last time down, Isaiah was stripped because he put the ball low.
At the line for the season, a 60% shooter. This one saved by Gordon for Delaware. Greg Miller has come on now for the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens, number 24. Here's Gordon. He's got Miller left side, kicks it out to him.
Good decision. Hasn't worked up a sweat yet, Miller.
McGee's way outside. Perry being defensed nicely by Tony Harris. Here comes Tennessee running. Left side, loose ball. Let's go the other way. Here's Perry.
There's the perfect pass. You pass it, loop it towards the basket. Let the man get underneath it.
It was Pegues who made the pass, Coach.
Yeah, anytime you're going to make a pass.
Lane violation, no basket.
I think Pegues stepped in that time before the ball was released.
Mr. Victor, another turnover. That's 6 for Tennessee.
They can't give the ball to Victor down low. You got to put it up high.
Now Gordon, they try to work Pegues. Nice soft jumper, but it's short. Look.
That's
Wharton.
That should be good. Nope.
Kept alive into the hands of Wharton. Victor misses again. Horrible shooting by both teams.
And Gordon, the land of the Giants, came down with it. What has to happen here? You've got to get Pegues down low. Stop that silly thing 15 feet out. Get him down low and do what he's good at. Now he's low.
Pegues.
Good. Goes and fouls
him, right.
Yeah, you got to get him down low.
Luton is DeMatha High School. Wow.
If you'll notice on the foul shot, he doesn't release his shooting arm high enough. Watch, about halfway through, he pulls it back. Let's see if we can catch that here.
Substitution for Delaware now. Mike Bray has brought in much.
No arc on his shot.
4-3. And another miss. Black goes up and is fouled by Gordon. Take a look at the Mike Pegues form on the free throw shot.
Now, Mike Baby.
When's the last time you saw two teams start this cold?
Well, I think they're both nervous. I really think for both coaches, this is a major, major ball game. And there's a lot of talk about Bray maybe leaving after this year. Every job that opens up, his name comes up.
Well, one of the small ironies in this game is that when Kevin O'Neill left Tennessee and the volunteer job became open, Mike Bray of Delaware was a finalist, and Jerry Green, the man at whom you look now, got the job, coming back to the southeast from the University of Oregon.
It seems that Kevin O'Neill goes to a school for about 3 years and then leaves. He's done a great job at Marquette and got a great job at Tennessee. Short, air ball.
Marciulionis, and the icebox nature of this game continues. That one's short. Yardo.
All right, just one time, go slow and take your time and get in position. And take your time, one time. Everybody now, take your time.
And we played 8 minutes and 7 seconds between the two teams. 19 for 11%. Turnovers more dominant than points, 11-8. At this point, we could have a 26-22 game.
No, it'll start loosening up. What's happening with both teams, Brian, what they're doing, they're getting it up once they get over the half-court circle. And I think they got to do is to catch their breath, analyze, get a few more touches, and then go. But what's happened, to shoot 11% in the first 8 minutes combined teams, that is not scholarship play. Room, board, books, and tuition don't go with shooting 11%.
8 points in the game, 11 turnovers in the game. And here's Pegues back outside. The one basket by Gordon. Now he's got two. John Gordon, the junior from Wilmington, Delaware. Transferred back home from Maine, where he played for 2 years. 1 year as a starter. And sat out last year.
8 of the 17 ball players that Delaware has recruited have been transfers, and that keeps your team more mature. I think it's a nice system. So 8 out of 17 have been transfers.
Tennessee next time Delaware goes to the line. Pegues from way outside, just inside the arc. That's for two.
Now you're going to watch the machine start moving. I say every third time down, Pegues will score a basket or get 2 fouls.
Davis draws nothing but air. On Gordon, John Bennett, Miller, and Pegues are the 5 on the floor for Delaware. Gordon for 3. Pegues threw an elbow and got the foul. Isaiah Victor back on the floor, number 44. So it's Victor and Davis, the freshman Yarborough, C.J. Black, and Tony Harris.
Tony Harris has to get off the snide.
That's a defensive play. Maryland. Now Gordon looks for the pick and roll with Pegues. Not sure about that shot.
A little bit out of control.
Tony Harris.
Got to get Harris going. I'd give Harris the ball. Get him going. He's your leader.
Vegas David away. Pegues.
All body, just right. I thought all the while he should keep it low like that.
Get the syrup, folks. We've got a waffle here.
Oh, boy. You know how to hurt. I thought we were buddy-buddy. On this end, it's very, very important on this end. You got to get Tony going here. You got to get him a basket or put him on the foul line.
Tony Harris, 2 for 16, a miserable day against Mississippi State, and he's missed his first 3 shots today. And it's fair to say, as Harris goes, so goes Tennessee. Here's Victor. They swipe at him, off the glass, no. Pegues with another rebound, that's 3.
Victor isn't bashful. Every time he touches the ball, he shoots.
Bennett, nice.
Hey, nice, very nice, surprisingly nice, with a little underhand softball on the left side.
A little pirouette there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Here we go.
A 6-0 Delaware run. That one was knocked out of bounds. Take a look at a 6'10" ballet dancer. Isaiah Victor under the 9-minute mark.
Oh, I thought the kid made a great play.
Yep.
I thought he ended up going over and back, and I thought the timeout, he was facing right eyeball to eyeball with the referee. Watch. He gets the ball. Now eyeball to eyeball with the referee. The referee was looking down to see if he was breaking the plane of the 10-second line, so he didn't see the timeout.
And then they caught it, so it's a 20-second timeout.
One of the trail officials.
Jerry Green sends his ball club back out. 7 points.
Yep, we're in Las Vegas, 11-7. That's right.
Yeah, but
whoever gets the next basket should have a hot hand with 11-7.
Delaware shooting 30% with a 4-point lead.
That's it.
Well, how about that for crack research work? The worst field goal percentage ever goes back to the year of Bobby Knight's birth.
I think Bobby Knight cheats about 2 years off his age.
Do you really?
I think so. Well, about 64.
11-9.
Don't try to do it all by yourself, Gordon. You'll turn it over. There it is. Yep. Tries to do too much.
Turnovers now 7 apiece. Horton with a scoop shot, no. And Marciulionis gets it. Lee defends.
Numbers aren't there. Take it back out and around the horn.
Perry, Marciulionis, a little ragged for Delaware here.
Hot hand, because if anyone had a hot hand, they'd be 20 points ahead now.
And we have a very competitive circumstance here. 13-9. Harris. Boy, they just have misery offensively. Right side, here's Marciulionis. Del Baker is on the floor now for Tennessee. Number 32. Oh, nice. Adu Ju from Senegal.
Nice move. Excellent move. Wonder why he hasn't been put in earlier.
Out of bounds.
Clark Kellogg in our studios. And that score at the bottom of your screen and tell you what's happening elsewhere. Vern Lundquist and Al McGuire.
All right, thanks, Greg and Clark. 15-11 our score with 6:43 to go first half. Isaiah Victor just hit a layup for Tennessee to cut the margin to 4. But still ice-cold shooting for the Volunteers. And at the line now, Mike Pegues, number 5, leading scorer on this ball club. Foul was called on Horton, his second. John on the floor for Tennessee, the 4th seed in this region. Tony Harris, Isaiah Victor, Yarborough. Here's Brandon Horton, who missed a point-blank breakaway layup while we were walking you around the country. Here's Victor. Nice little move. Lavost in and out. Bennett grabs the rebound for Delaware, and this awful shooting for Tennessee continues. They are now 4 for 22. Pegues guarded by Black, double by Harris. Bennett, Pegues.
Everything moves. A disco move down low. He's using his strength underneath. Didn't get his head around that last shot. Good hustle by Bennett. And
Bennett, he can't hit it. I mean, they're firing some of these from 3 feet away. Now Tony Harris, 5:40 to go, first half.
Delaware defense is outstanding. It's the same type of defense that Duke uses. I wonder why.
8 years Mike Gray was an assistant to Mike Krzyzewski with the Blue Devils.
Tough defense. Oh! Nice move that time by Davis.
6 points for Isaiah Victor.
Oh, I thought it was, excuse me, Victor was right.
Excuse me. Tyrone Perry, not there. Victor with a rebound for Tennessee. Here comes Harris, no numbers. Isaiah Victor. He is not shy.
He's going to get varicose veins in his arm. Every time he touches it, he shoots it.
Support hose on the elbow. 17-13, under 5. Black now fronting Pegues. Here's Bennett. Pegues calls for it. Harris, quick hands from behind as he doubled down. Now Harris out of control. Loose ball.
Arrow favors the fight blue hens. Much indecision. Plus the defense, mainly by Gordon, has been hampering him.
Perry and Harris have at each other. Here's Miller trying to get inside. And a blocking foul called on the Volunteer.
He started earlier in the year, and they sat him down. Now he comes off the bench, and he's very effective.
6'4" sophomore. Now Harris is picked up by Gordon. Victor, 50%. And the foul is going to be called underneath on Bennett. That's going to send Richard Lee.
Bennett is real quick off his feet. That time he obviously fouled, but he was late. He let Lee get inside position.
Richard Lee at the line. Here's a senior for the Volunteers, a one-time starter. Out of Durham, North Carolina. Gave way to the freshman Yarbrough.
He can really play basketball. He made a move earlier in this game that was just outstanding.
3:59 to go, first half of play. Delaware with a 5-point lead. Fighting Blue Hens of Newark, Delaware came in with a 13th seed. They have a 5-point lead. Delaware in quest of its 14th consecutive game. Last loss was January 22nd, coming up on the Pennzoil at the half. We'll go back to New York championship. Well, we had our Cinderella team last night, Weber State and Detroit. Earlier in the day, Gonzaga beat Minnesota. Underneath, and we'll take another trip to the free throw line.
Pegues, once he gets that half a step, he has a quick feet. Once he gets that half a step on you and get the body inside, he just can't seem to finalize today. Watch that half a step. Now he got you.
That time.
No, that time he just didn't get a little high enough. His shot's too low. It's like a clothesline in the Bronx, in the tenement areas.
Here's Black for Tennessee. Harris. And Hathaway, number 55, muscles his way inside, and a foul is going to be called on Mike Pegues. That is the second on Pegues, and the 6th team foul.
They got one more to give. Always remember, gang, that anytime a defensive man down on the pivot puts both hands up above, that means he's fouling down below. Anytime you see his two hands up straight, that means he's bumping you with his hip.
Charles Hathaway, 6'10". Listed at 255, seems to be carrying a little more weight than that. He's large.
Oh, 255. I mean, I think that's one thigh.
One of two. C.J. Black with a rebound. He hustles in and can't hit. Feeds Hathaway, who gets it to fall.
Nice feed down low, dangerous. You got Hathaway in that close. Take the shot. He'll get the rebound.
Miller backs out. Richard Lee has him. There's a collision with Pegues and C.J. Black. Juve. 4-3. No, for 2 inside. Pegues. And the rebound taken by Black. Here comes Tennessee trailing by 3 with 3 to go. Richard Lee will go to the free throw line. And a little verbal exchange between Miller and Tyrone Perry.
Good. That's
teammates,
good.
Delaware
It's
teammates.
always good. It's always good. Don't hold it in. You're a team. The enemy is not in your locker room. The enemy's in the other locker room. A lot of times young guys don't realize that. If you want to move uptown, you got to move uptown together.
Wait a minute. Walt Kelly and Pogo said the enemy is us. Just an antidote to your philosophy.
Not quite as well as the way I said it.
No, I like your version better. I do.
Any fouls committed by Tennessee now is a bonus down the other end, so there's no 1-and-1. They're in the bonus. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes left of the game. It seems to me that Tennessee's starting to make a run.
Richard Lee, the senior from Durham, North Carolina. Now a little pressure. There's the trap, and it's kicked out of bounds.
Well, that's the last time, the second time they put pressure on. Nice trap in the corner. Got to get the ball in the Gordon's hands or Perry's hands. Don't put the ball into big guy's hands right now. I look for Perry to get it. Yeah, he got it. Kick it over to Gordon, and it's broken all the way down. It should be a layup.
Juve will take it off the glass. No.
No, that was a bad decision, that shot. Keep going, then kick it to the left. Nice spot. Big time. Big time kick that time by Wharton. You've seen Harris spotted up.
Tony Harris hits the three.
What, Wharton's going good. He kicks out to Harris. Tony buries it. But I think their first lead. They're up 21-20. Here's a lower look at it. Ball follow through. Eyes on the front rim.
Tennessee on a 10-3 run, and they've just claimed their first lead of the ball game. They hit 2 of their first 19 shots. They've now come back, and they claim a 1-point edge with 2.5 to go in the first half. Volunteers seeded 4th, Delaware 25-5. They haven't shot well either thus far in the game.
Get it down low to Pegues. Pegues fanned it out that time. Gordon started to move.
And 10 first half turnovers for the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens.
Surprisingly, that the Hens are having trouble with pressure up court, and they shouldn't with 3 guards out there.
Tony Harris now 2 of 5. He just hit a big 3 to give Tennessee its first lead.
Tennessee to win. Harris and Wharton got to play big.
Nice move by Richard Lee. Off the glass for 2 more, and the Volunteers up by 3. Seeded 4th in this tournament, but kind of an enigmatic team. They did win 20 this year, lost to Mississippi State in the SEC tournament in Atlanta last week. Mike Pegues, Hathaway. Wow, and then the save by Harris.
Hathaway came from the weak side. He blocked that with his elbow.
Lee. Offensive putback, Victor for Tennessee.
The height is starting to show. What you need is get on the foul line. You're in the bonus, penetrate, slash.
It's now a 14-3 Volunteer run. And they are up by 5 as we near the 1-minute mark. Gordon hit the first 3-pointer he tried in the game. Hasn't hit one since.
I'd alternate my defense if I was the Fighting Blue Hens. I'd play a 2-3 zone, get out of the man-to-man. Their height starting to show, to taking advantage of it down low. Up it goes, back, offensive foul, good call. Look at this, you talk about David and Goliath. I mean, is Gordon kidding? This guy will put him in his wristwatch pocket.
Hathaway called for his 3rd foul here in the first half.
Hathaway will put him through the basket. Watch Gordon come over now. Little bumping and grinding here. Here comes Gordon. Look at the size of him. Oh, you're talking about a tough guy. Is Gordon? Or a foolish guy? I think more foolish than tough.
John Gordon, the 5'10" junior from Wilmington. For Delaware, not much better. 5 of 23 in the first half. It has been a turnover plagued game.
What's starting to show now, because Delaware's starting to get tired, is that Tennessee is governing a baseline. Huge. That was a huge shot for the Hens.
And the shot was hit hugely by Mike Pegues.
He stopped the bleeding, just a little Band-Aid, but he stopped the bleeding.
Here's Wharton with the penetration.
I don't know if they're going to take it down to 1. It's about a 2-second spread from the big clock to the shoot clock. Big clock is the game clock. Little clock is the shot clock.
Pennzoil at the half coming up. Here's Wharton. Front rim. Air ball. 0.5 left in the first half.
0.5, that means take the ball, throw it all the way down the other end. Hey, Bennett, go down the other end. Bennett, you're tall. Someone else take the ball out.
Victor will guard the inbound man.
Got to be a catch and shoot. You can't even bring it down. Good play.
Halftime with our score, Tennessee 25 and Delaware 22. We'll go back to New York, the Pennzoil at the half. And Greg Gumbel.
All right, Vern, Tennessee with a 3-point lead there. Let's take you to the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans, where Volunteers, after trailing early, lead at 25-22 at the break. Enthusiastic Delaware fans on hand. This is Isaiah Victor breaking an early Tennessee scoring drought, hits the bucket and draws the foul. Tennessee led early. Here comes Delaware.
This is what they do best. John Gordon, after getting it inside to Pegues, gets the return pass and knocks down the jumper.
Then Madou Diouf, the nice pass, puts in a layup to extend Delaware's lead to 15-9, but the Volunteers came back 25-22. The Volunteers with the lead, and we said they started off shooting slowly, and then law of averages began to catch up.
Halftime, Tennessee leading 25-22. A very physical first half, and if one play were to symbolize the nature of the first half of play, watch this. As Charles Hathaway fouled Mike Pegues and then came down with both feet in his abdomen. Third foul on Hathaway at the half. 6 of 24 from the field versus 9 of 33, 1 of 5 and 1 of 11 3-point range. And right now, let's go cross court. Armin Katayan is standing by with Delaware head coach Mike Bray.
Coach, the bad news would be 25% from the field. Good news, you're only down by 3.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed on how fast we played. We got a little too excited at times, but we've defended very well, and we've done a pretty good job keeping them off the offensive board, which was a big concern for me.
Great, Mike. Thanks a lot. Good luck. Back to you, Vern.
All right, Armin, you concur with his assessment?
Yes, he was very fortunate that the height on the baseline of Tennessee didn't show a little bit sooner. He's going to have that major problem now, keeping them off the offensive board. In addition to that, I think you're going to see him have to play a zone going down the stretch. Hathaway
is on the bench with 3 fouls, and we pick it up with Tennessee's Tony Harris, C.J. Black, Torrey Harris. Here's Wharton. He is now 0 for 8 in the ball game. Marshallonis, right side it goes to Tyrone Perry. Here's Pegues. Takes it off the dribble, goes right side for Perry, cans it. That's for 3.
The big basket just before halftime when Pegues scored a short 16-foot jumper. So now they're on a 5-0 run.
Tied at 25. Harris kicks it left. Entry pass. No foul called. Rebound on the miss from John Bennett. Perry. Now Pegues. Torrey Harris picks him up. John Gordon, the 3-point specialist. Pick and roll with Bennett. That's off the mark.
Too tough of a shot. Long rebound. Fortunate. Marshallonis went in and got it. Perry hit his last 3. Should look for another one.
Now they go to Pegues. Nope. Black saves it. Horton. First basket of the ball game. And the drought ends with his first 8 misses. He's now 1 for 9.
Nice slash penetration that time. Got around Perry.
Tyrone Perry. First 3-time captain in the history of Delaware. Foul on Harris.
Almost got the shot blocked from the backside, but he kept his eyes up there. Curtains.
2-point Tennessee lead. Pegues inbounds. Marshallonis off the dribble. Kicks it to Bennett, who wasn't quite ready. On the line.
He was worried about a 5 count and overextended his foot over the line.
2-point Tennessee lead.
Longer the game stays close, it favors Tennessee because the overwhelming amount of height on the baseline and the deeper bench.
Here's the jumper. Got it. Tony Harris. And the lead is 5. Pegues.
Trying too hard, Pegues. You're good, but you can't win the game by yourself. Get your head straight.
A 50% shooter over the course of the 30-game season. He's 2 of 12 this afternoon.
Well, what's happening down low, there's so much strength and bodies on Tennessee that they're grinding them down low, so he has to go outside.
Now Horton just got this first basket. C.J. Black.
Again, I think Coach has to go to his zone. They're just starting to show that strength on that baseline. Tennessee played in the tough SEC.
Largest lead for Tennessee in the ball game at 7. And Pegues is on the line. That's a 12th Delaware turnover. C.J. Black a moment ago.
Well, Black got down low inside. Nice kickoff here. No question about it.
Let's see what Mike Bray has in mind defensively this trip down. Stavers is man-to-man. Here's Horton. Nope. Offensive board. Torrey Harris.
Got a box score on the offensive boards.
This one Gordon retrieves. Delaware needs a basket, needs it big time.
Big time. Pegues got to stay low. Stay low. There you are. It's right where you want it. Right there.
And Mike Pegues. And his coach, Mike Bray, served as an assistant at DeMatha and also played there. Here's Horton. Oh, nifty move.
Solid move. It's getting into the flow of the game.
Darian Gordon, the guards. Nice play by Pegues. No roll. Here comes Tennessee running. Gordon back.
Nice kick to Victor. Faked the pass from the right side to Wharton and laid it over on Victor. I think we need a little bit of a TO here.
10 points for Isaiah Victor. And Mike Bray is going to let him play.
Well, he's waiting for the commercial timeout where the next dead ball will come in.
Victor with the block. Here comes the timeout.
Watch Victor go upstairs, and away we go.
Second day of coverage by CBS of the '99 NCAA Men's Championship. Good quartet of first-round games underway now. Greg Miller back on the floor. Here's Gordon, number 15. And Pegues kicks it back outside to Miller. Shot clock violation. Let's check in with Armin Katayan.
You know, Vern, what Coach Green told his team at halftime, they're playing perfectly into it. He said we got to power the ball inside. We have to drive the ball inside, particularly Brandon Wharton. He said we're standing around too much on offense. He liked his defense, which you just saw right there. Back to you.
All right, Armin. Here's Harris and Gordon. Whoops. With the offensive board, Wharton will go inside, and Isaiah Victor was on the line.
Delaware is shooting 7 for 30, which is 23%. You can't win many ball games shooting 23%.
Is the height advantage, Al, the biggest difference in most teams comparable to Delaware and most teams comparable to Tennessee?
Yeah, what happens with Tennessee, they're getting second and third shots, but Delaware's getting one shot now. Excellent shot that time by Gordon from the baseline, 15 feet out. They've got to stay in the hunt. There's plenty of time left, just a little bit under 15 minutes. It's going up. It's going up.
Now picks up his second foul. Now Greg Miller for Delaware, number 24. Back into the hands of Tyrone Perry. Mike Bray up, yelling instructions at his team.
Nice move by Perry. What has to happen? He's fighting blue hands. When you break through Tennessee's pressure up court, you got to go to the basket all the way.
5 points in the game for the senior captain. And a 5-point deficit, excuse me, Al.
Delaware just does not have the height to get caught into a half-court offensive game.
Richard Lee puts it in the hands of Bennett for Delaware. Here's Pegues. Richard Lee back. 3-point attempt from Gordon is off the front. Out of bounds, Delaware ball.
You always got to talk to each other. Talk to your teammate. Say, I got it. There wasn't a blue hen within 8 feet of that rebound.
Back to Pegues. 13:30 to go. Foul called on Portner.
And that is the 4th team foul. Remember that. That's very, very important, especially when you're coaching the ball game.
Second timeout taken by the Volunteers. Near the conclusion of every NCAA home against Kentucky, it was the 2nd win of the season against the Wildcats. And looking forward after winning 20 in the regular season of the SEC Championship, disappointing game against Mississippi State.
They thought it would help them after they lost. Didn't lose on purpose, but it didn't help them early in the game. They now seem to be getting back in stride a little bit. The guards here in the fight in Blue Hens, they got to penetrate, slash more.
Back to Miller. And here's the steal from Richard Lee. Controls it. No. Double dribble.
He was worried about stepping out of bounds. You could see it. He ran right by us in front of us. He had control of the ball. He lost the handle of it. Then he put it down again, which created the traveling.
12th Tennessee turnover.
Tennessee can't shake him. They're trying to shake him. Hathaway, big body.
Pegues, no. Came right back to him. Drives, reverse layup, got it.
Beautiful play that time because he used the backboard, the rim as part of the defense. Victor was waiting there to block the shot. By using the rim, he made the basket.
Last 6 unanswered for Delaware, and the margin of difference is 3. Nice move in the baseline. The shot won't fall. Victor for Tennessee.
They're just playing volleyball, Tennessee underneath. I think they're fighting each other too much, Vern, but they just let one of the guys catch the ball and put it back up. I love this guy, Victor. This guy, Victor, the next pass he throws is the first. I'm telling you.
Oh.
But he's very quick and he's very good.
Victor with 10 points and 9 rebounds, and this won't shock you. He doesn't have an assist yet. They got Victor.
Oh, I thought they might have called that on Pegues that time. They've been battling all day, hammering on each other. Once Pegues gets inside position there, I thought he was using his body a little bit too much, but they called it on Victor.
And that's the 5th team foul, Victor's 3rd foul. Delaware, no team fouls in the half. Bennett, no. Jump ball, possession arrow.
Stays.
Right, Tennessee.
Blue Hens again. Bennett can't finalize. He's quick enough to get the ball, but doesn't have the strength to put it back up. Off Perry's shot here, Bennett gets inside position, but he just doesn't have the strength to finalize down low.
Mike Pegues will inbound. We near the 12-minute mark of the ball game. Tennessee up by 3. Miller, nope. Deflected by Yarbrough, the freshman. Here comes Wharton for Tennessee. Foul called on John Gordon.
Too much hands. Wharton seems to be a great open court player. If he gets you one-on-one, you pretty much are in Tap City.
Television timeout here in Charlotte. SEC team has been in every title game. Arkansas twice, 94-95. They won in 94. And the Wildcats 96, 97, and 98. They won 2 out of 3.
They always seem to get underrated as a conference. I think personally that the SEC in the last decade and more has always had the best athletes in the country.
You're going against conventional wisdom, right?
Well,
not that you would ever do something like that.
Or you're going against the East media block.
36-33. And another Tennessee turnover. That's 13.
Big stop right now, right here for the Volunteers.
On the floor, Tyrone Perry, Gordon, Pegues, Miller, and Bennett. Not a deep Delaware team at all. Gordon has a tree in his way. Pegues, nice.
Once he got his rear end that time on Victor, which allowed him to make the move to score.
15 points for Mike Pegues. And a 1-point Tennessee lead. Hathaway back on the floor, playing the three. And the follow goes through.
That was by the outstanding freshman Yarbrough.
His second basket. Gordon comes left. Nearing the 10-minute mark. Travel. Take a look at the Mike Pegues basket first.
Yeah, the time down, one of all time for Tennessee. Nice follow-up off a missed shot by Hathaway.
38-35. Harris, C.J. Black, Torrey Harris, number 40.
They leave Torrey outside free, let him shoot from the outside.
Feed from Black inside, and a foul called on Delaware.
Miller just couldn't get high enough if that foul was on Miller from the backside.
On Greg Miller, the sophomore, his first.
That's a second team foul on the Delaware, and obviously Tennessee has 5 team fouls. As we get ready for the bell lap, that means the last 10 minutes of the game.
Back to the bench goes Mike Bray and Madou Diouf from Dakar, Senegal, back on the floor for Miller now.
I think Diouf's a ball player. He doesn't seem to play long. Let him out there 2-3 minutes, but a couple of times the moves he made out here were excellent moves.
6'5", 210 sophomore from Dakar. Member of the Senegalese national team, and Mike Bray serves as a consultant to that team. Here's a foul called on Yarbrough. Diouf will inbound.
Wrong man taking the ball in bounds.
Gordon.
All the way, Tennessee's played man-to-man, solid man-to-man. Every now and then they put pressure up court.
Gordon, catch and shoot, no good. Harris with the rebound.
That type of shot Gordon should hit. He had a good look.
Gordon misfires, and then it's thrown away after the steal by C.J. Black.
Excellent break that time for Delaware.
Fighting Blue Hens of Delaware had a 6-point lead in the first half. A very slow start for both of these teams if you weren't with us then. And a 3-point game at halftime. Tennessee was up 25-22. Here is yet another Delaware turnover.
Perry got around, got his head and shoulders, but lost control. You got to remember, as these guards penetrate into the paint area, that there's so much height down there for Tennessee that they tighten up a little bit and turn the ball over.
Torrey Harris to Tony Harris.
Tony, you got to wake up that team again. They're falling asleep.
C.J. Black saves it after misfiring. Gordon got it.
If Tennessee's going to go anywhere in this tournament, those two guards are going to get it there for them. That's Wharton and Tony Harris.
8-point lead and a 20-second timeout. Called by Delaware. And another look at the Wharton three-pointer.
Yeah, he knows where to spot up. Nice follow through. And there's coach saying, great, great, take more shots from out there. Let's get it going, team. Come on, team.
But to go in the game, and look at the field goal percentage, Al, and the turnovers.
Well, the turnovers are kind of frightening. 17 and 14. That's more like the Pie League. That's like Blessed Sacrament, 6th grade, playing against the Mother Teresa's.
It's a challenge.
Leave me alone, will you?
I never know in which direction. And it's cleared by Torrey Harris of Tennessee. 8-point lead and another volunteer turnover.
Volunteers are just trying to giddy up too much. Sometimes that fast break isn't there, and they got to realize it's not there. And pull up to go to a half-court offense. Here's pressure up court. Should be able to break this with the 3 guards.
Mike Bray has gone back to his bench, and Katsudis Marshallonis is back on the floor after an extended rest. He's got the ball in his hands right now.
He's very quick and fast. There you go.
Nice. Whoa.
He's extremely quick. Nice bounce pass. Beautiful.
And John Bennett with a hard foul.
Beautiful bounce pass by Harris that time.
That's Bennett's 3rd foul, and Horton will go to the free throw line. Oh, what a turnaround for Horton, the shooting guard. 0 for 7 in the first half, 3 of 5 here in the second half. And one more.
Watch the left-hander. Bury it.
45-37. 8.5 remaining.
Almost every time down now, Delaware has to come up with something.
Pegues, yes. 17 points for Mike Pegues.
Defensive-wise, Tennessee's kind of playing lax down there. Wharton's hot. Get him the ball. There it is. Let her fly, son. Let her fly. Good rebound by Pegues. Numbers are right. Kick it to Gordon. No, give it over.
Oh, yeah.
Pegues couldn't finalize.
Delaware hitting 29% in this game, and Tennessee 2 degrees warmer. These are Great Alaska Shootout numbers.
These are preseason numbers. Oh, that hurt big time for Delaware. 0 from 2 from the charity stripe by Pegues. Couldn't cut it down to a 4-point lead.
Quick, Yarbrough. Bennett. Nice play by John Bennett. Here comes Perry's back on the floor. Gordon off the mark. Bennett knocks it out of bounds. John Gordon, that could have brought this Delaware crowd to its feet, but he's had a tough afternoon. Gordon.
And surprisingly, he's getting all good looks. His feet are set right. He's curling off some screens, but a lot of times he's just standing there free, and they're not burying. They're not going down.
Gordon 3 of 11 for the day.
And he's been shooting from 3-ball land, I think, over 60%.
Right.
Got a 5-count, close defense by Gordon that time, I believe.
Yes, sir. And we've had lights go out here in the arena. Lost a bank of lights.
Well, it's not going to affect the shooting, believe me. They're only shooting 20% both teams.
Midwinter in Anchorage again.
This might help them.
Here's Pegues. And Tennessee runs as Harris has it. Under 7 to go in the ball game.
Nice drop.
Hathaway traveled.
What happened that time, Harris gave him the ball too low, gave him the ball down around his knees. Harris, you got to give him that ball around his chest. Nice spin in here. See, the ball was too low. Higher than I thought, but still too low for Hathaway. That's
17 Tennessee turnovers. And Pegues spin move, goes back, no.
Trying too tough shot, Pegues. You don't have to shoot every time now. Kick it back out to 3-ball land. Spread it out. The defense is collapsing on you.
6-point Tennessee lead.
Close call, but the ref was right on top of it.
John Bennett picks up his 4th foul.
Bennett ends up behind Black, reaches over, a little bit there, too much body down low. Up above was all leather.
C.J. Black at the line, and Mike Bray's making a move. Juve is getting ready to come back on the floor for Bennett. Black hits the first.
That was a cannon. That was a very fortunate ball to go in. It caught the back rim, which is very rare for that shot to go in.
Black cans two. Now he'll rest. Isaiah Victor back on the floor for Tennessee.
The Hens want to win now. They got to go to their guards. They got to get some shots from three-ball land and drill them.
Winner of this game gets either Wisconsin or Southwest Missouri State.
That next game is going to be a dynamite ball game. Two outstanding coaches, one very young and one with a little age on it.
Rebound Tennessee. They run. Morton. Oh, yes. What a turnaround for Brandon Morton, first half, second half.
He's an open court player, one-on-one.
11 points.
I think this is the biggest lead of the day.
Tis. Perry. Got it.
The guards got to do it because the big men from Tennessee are in almost like a zone down low, a triangle zone, just eating up a lot of space with their size and weight.
And Delaware takes a timeout. It comes with 5:44 to go. Winner of this one, and Tennessee leads by 8 right now. We'll take on either Wisconsin or Southwest Missouri State on Sunday afternoon down the stretch.
They need them down low, but if they're going to win or go to OT, they're going to do it from the guard position. They got to hit a couple of threes, and they also got to put their defense up court or press the second they come over half court. Let's see if they do it now, but because the clock is their enemy. The clock is starting to tick away, and with an 8-point deficit, they got to come up with a lot of stops and a lot of scores down the other end.
The Geese out on Horton now. And a travel by Rashard Lee. And the turnover is now even at 18.
Lee has nice ability, just seems to try too hard. And that's about his 4th individual turnover by just trying to do more than he's capable of doing. Solid pressure up court. Got 4 seconds to get it over. 1001, 1002, and just got it.
Marshallonis with a miss. Bennett with a rebound. Kick it back out to Marshallonis.
Put it back up, Marshallonis.
Nope. John Bennett showing a lot of effort this afternoon. Can't get this rebound.
Well, that's one of the major weapons of the Hens is their 3-ball shooting, and just hasn't been there this afternoon.
11 rebounds for Bennett. Here's Wharton. He's got 13 points in this half. And the lead is back to 10. Perry, Bennett, Gordon, Marshallonis, Mike Pegues. Hathaway puts a body on him, and that is literal.
Nice move that time with that down and under step. Got Hathaway off his feet. More than anything else, Delaware needs a stop. And it's going to go up.
Let's see how long it takes.
It's going up.
No call.
Oh, he's beautiful, Victor. You're beautiful. He must play games by himself when he was in high school, but he's very, very talented. There's no doubt about it.
From the corner, Marshallonis. Nope. Oh, what a job by Bennett. What a job by John Bennett.
Bennett's long, has long arms.
PLA, Louisville. Well, Bennett used all of it.
Yep, the ball did a victory lap around the rim.
Harris back to Isaiah Victor. Rashard Lee. 3:40 to go.
Trying to get the ball to Wharton. Gordon's on Wharton. Down low.
Hathaway with a screen.
Wharton's going to drive if he can. Pulled up a 15-footer.
Offensive board, Tennessee.
Fresh shot clock. Wharton pulled it back when he wants to use up some clock. Gordon's trying to get a 5 count defensively.
Hathaway with a screen for Lee.
There's the first pass. Nice move, Victor. The coach wants him to work clock.
And a foul call on John Gordon.
That's the 5th foul on Delaware.
And the 3rd individual foul on John Gordon.
A little bit push off on the inside. Gordon was right, but he did foul him earlier.
Nearing the 3-minute mark. Tennessee, nice drive by Harris. Rebound by Mike Pegues. Under 3 to go.
Need a score here. Go to the foul line. Go for the slash.
Pegues.
Kick it out, Pegues. Kick it out. No, that's good move inside there. Once he makes that up and under move, it's automatic. Because then he gets his wide body.
Regulation, the unquestioned star of this team, the 6'5" junior Mike Pegues from Forestville, Maryland, with death when he was 14 years of age. He was traveling with his. He's been cured. He's off the Dilantin. He's now down to 235, but in part because of his weight, Al, he wasn't highly recruited as a high school player.
They'll press as soon as they come over half court. Here's the pressure. They got to put more pressure. Anytime they cross, they got to double team. You can't let Tennessee work the clock. You're still down 3 possessions. You're down 7 points, which is 3 possessions. Now they're letting them work the clock. You can't. If it was 1 possession, fine, or maybe 2, but 3 possessions, you can't wait.
Nice basket. Oh, no, they can't hang on. Isaiah Victor. Here comes Gordon.
Get it around. Marcelonis, I would get it all the way around this side for the 3.
Pegues in the lane, no. Victor. And here comes Tennessee now, under 2.
Hens, you gotta gamble more. You gotta gamble more. You gotta push. You can't wait.
And the foul.
Delaware foul line number 15 is John Gordon.
No free throw.
From now on, that's the 6th team. From now on, it's 1-1. They had that one to give. Delaware has to dig deep, make the last run here. Got to stop. Got to stop the Volunteers this time down.
Madhu Juf replaces Marcelonis.
Got a fresh shot clock up there, 35 seconds. They'll try to melt it down.
Now C.J. Black.
Nice move by Black. Get the ball right back into a guard's hands. I get rid of that ball, Lee. Oh. Get it to the guards. Lee almost turned it over.
80 seconds to go.
Delaware does not have a full court pressure. They should have one in this type of situation. They don't have it.
5 on the shot clock.
Should put up a Hail Mary shot right here.
Spin move, Wharton, no. Got it.
I thought the ball didn't hit the rim, but...
Yeah, the trail official says yes, it does. From 3-point range, Gordon is now 1 of 7 from downtown. He hit his first basket so long ago, and he's missed 6 in a row.
As they say in the barbershop for Tennessee, next.
The Chevrolet, they say that elsewhere too, don't they? The Chevrolet most valuable players of the game, Mike Pegues from Delaware and Brandon Wharton from Tennessee. Chevrolet will make a contribution to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements and to assist those in financial need. It's been a Chevy tradition for 28 years. Tony Harris hits the first and has another. And the winner of this game, Tennessee, will go on and meet Southwest Missouri State or Wisconsin.
They'd have to play much better than they did this afternoon to beat either of those 2 teams. But a win is a win.
And for Delaware, second trip in as many years into the NCAAs. Mike Pegues gets 2 more. 23 for Pegues. Delaware losers to Purdue last year in the first round by 39 points. So a much more distinguished effort this time around.
That was a record in the NCAA, and I wonder if Duke will beat that record. I don't think so. I don't think that Mike Krzyzewski, I think he'll call off the, once he gets an early lead, I think he'll call off the Hounds. But I was reading in one of the newspapers today that someone was saying that it was 46 or 47-point favorite.
Right. Yes. Duke, Florida A&M meeting tonight, but Florida A&M really a wonderful, wonderful story.
Oh, big-time story.
The route they took to get here, and they have been embraced by the people of Charlotte and basketball fans in this part of the country. Duke, Florida A&M coming up tonight. We're going to try and hurry and get you to the Rhode Island UNCC game as soon as this one is in the history books. We've got 34.3 seconds remaining.
Well, it's in the history book, but it's not official.
And we'll take you to UNC Charlotte, Rhode Island, time permitting. We'll see how much longer this one goes. Gordon has fouled out. 8 points for John Gordon, the junior from Wilmington. And a one-time starter at Maine, Marcialonis back in.
Be interested to see what happens with Mike Bray this year. So many schools are after him. I don't know if he'll stay at Delaware. His 3 stars are coming back next year. And but I think that pretty much he'll get on his way and move on with his life.
Mike Bray will turn 40 shortly. 8 years an assistant coach with the Blue Devils. He went from the Blue Devils to the Blue Hens. Don't know if he's got blue in his future.
Well, there's a lot of jobs out there, and obviously he knows the game.
His name, hot commodity. Here's Marcialonis for 2 more.
One thing I give Tennessee credit for, you don't get any easy layups. Every time you break through and slash through, there's some fella 6'5" or 6'8" or 6'10" coming at you.
26.7 left in regulation and a 9-point Tennessee lead. For Delaware, the Fighting Blue Hens, a 13-game win streak will come to an end. And their second trip in as many years into the NCAAs. Juve is out. 59-50 the score right now. And Wharton at the line. Got them both. Jerry Green looks on. Wharton has 15 all in the second half. Miller. Tip is good. Pegues. Bennett guards the inbound. And Tyrone Perry picks up the foul. Tennessee advances. Wisconsin, Southwest Missouri State, our second game here. So the 4th seed not knocked off.
So Tennessee about to ring up a victory, and now we will take you to the Bradley Center.
I thought Pegues was a real load inside, did a great job. But one of those games, I'm very happy to be associated with these young men, because at this time last year we were very, very disappointed. Right now we're really elated and looking forward to the next game.
Okay, now we'll take questions for Brandon Wharton, Tony Harris, and Isaiah Victor, starting right here.
Brandon, Dave Droshak with the Associated Press. After coming off the poor shooting game in the SEC quarterfinals, were you guys at all worried when your shots didn't fall in the first 12, 13 minutes of the game?
I don't think we call it worried. I mean, we knew that, we weren't shooting it well, and we came in at halftime, and we were like, we can't shoot it any worse. The only way to go from there is up. So, we just try to regroup a little bit, and, it doesn't matter if you don't make any shots as long as you play defense, and that's the attitude we took.
Okay, now we have a question on the front row, and then one right back here.
For any of the players, you guys
okay,
just
could you identify yourself?
Oh, I'm
please?
sorry,
Thank
Ron
you.
Bliss, Kingsport Times News. A lot of unforced errors out there. Was that just a matter of trying too hard?
I think it was just a matter of getting adjusted to the court. It was our first time playing, and I don't know if it was jitters or not, but the ball was kind of slick, and and I guess we was just trying to get adjusted. It was our first game, and we was just trying to get acquainted to the floor and the atmosphere. We was ready to play. We just made a lot of mistakes.
Okay, we have a question in the middle right here.
Marcus Robinson, University of Delaware. What do you guys think was a turning point in the game?
Okay, who'd like to take that? Isaiah?
I think the turning point happened in the second half when we did indeed start making some shots. I think we played pretty good defense throughout the game. The shots just weren't falling for us. And once we got rolling a little bit more than we were in the first half, I think that changed the game like midway through the second half.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, we have one down on front here.
Doug Fritz, Jones City Press. Brandon, it looked like in the second half, especially early in the second half, you looked a lot more determined, like the time you took it to the basket there and got the layup early on. Did it go through your mind that your career might have ended without having a chance to win in the NCAAs, maybe at halftime, not necessarily during the game?
Yeah, it did. Went through my mind before the game and the days leading up to the game, and I came out in the first half and really couldn't buy a bucket. And so the second half, I just tried to be a little bit more aggressive and get a little closer to the hole, because I guess it's a little bit easier to shoot it with the closer you get to the goal. So that's what I tried to do.
Okay, we have a question here and then one right here.
And the Auburn Tigers yesterday are winning 80-41 over Winthrop in one of the more lopsided games. Should be tough for tomorrow in Indianapolis as they take on the Cowboys.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
I used to be a car racer.